Shabbat Shalom. I heard some in the front. I'm hearing everybody, including at home, Shabbat Shalom. It's a beautiful word, Shalom. We welcome a familiar face, Samara, and Rabbi later can help us as well as we begin our service with that beautiful word. Just one word, Shalom. You can sing it nice and full. Every voice.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome. We're so glad to have you here on this beautiful Friday evening together as a temple family. And it's with a great deal of gratitude and love that we call upon Sherry Finsilver to come forward as she lights the Shabbat candles, and we turn to page 12.
Yom Zeh Yisrael, Orav Simcha, Shabbat Menucha. This is Israel's day of light and joy, a Sabbath of rest. As we kindle these Sabbath flames, may there be light and joy, happiness and holiness, serenity and peace in our homes and in our hearts. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, eternal source of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and commands us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We continue on page 34 with Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei בשבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף המעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך אדוני, לי כלה, בני שבת, נכבלה. לך אדוני, לי כלה, בני שבת, נכבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי, אורי, אורי, שידברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך אדוני, לי כלה, בני שבת, נכבלה. לך אדוני, לי כלה, בני שבת, נכבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי התקהלה, לך אדוני, לי כלה, בני שבת, נכבלה. לך אדוני, לי כלה, בני שבת, נכבלה. לי לי
As you probably know, last Shabbat, Rabbi Hornston's son Benji celebrated his bar mitzvah. And on Friday night, they had a beautiful Shabbat dinner, and I was sort of listening in while his sisters were toasting him and saying some really nice things. So afterwards, I went over to him. I said, Benji, I heard them saying really nice things about you at the Shabbat dinner. And Benji looked up and said, yeah, I think I'm going to really like this weekend. So if that's how Benji Stern felt, imagine how God feels every Shabbat. When we say all these wonderful things, and they begin really with the Chatzi Kaddish, because this prayer is really nothing more than just a beautiful, beautiful expression of love for God's name as we continue together on page 42.
יתקדש, יתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך רותי והמליך מלכותי, בחיי כל וביומי כל ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בגלה, בגלה, ובזמן קריב, ויאמרו אמן, יהי שמי רבה מבורך. Yitbarach v'yitbar v'yitroma mitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha leila mikol bechata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'yimeru amen. La 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 la. La
turn to page 45 at the top of the page. If fear is like a rock, then let me be a hammer. If sorrow is a fire, then let me be the sea. When challenges arise, may my heart increase in strength, like the moon that shines brighter when the darkness falls. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, O God, who makes the evening fall. We continue on page 50. O God, you traveled with our fathers as they journeyed through the wilderness. You sang with our fathers at the shores of the Red Sea. You stood with our fathers as they fought against oppression. You have brought us all here, fathers and mothers, daughters and sons, to our own promised land of freedom.
Page 56. If you're lost, you feel afraid, and you don't know what to say, then listen, listen to our God. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen, listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your might. Write them and learn them and teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen.
Quiet yourself, there's nothing to say. Stop all the chatter that gets in the way, and listen, listen to our God. When the wind and the thunder finally disappear, there's still a voice that you will hear if you listen, listen to our God. You can hear it from the top of the highest hill, or from the valley below. It can come from the edge of the universe. It can come from within your soul. Close your eyes and listen.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Listen, listen to our God. Listen, listen to our God. As you're seated, we continue on 57. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
On page 60, we continue responsively. We celebrate our miracles, the water parting, wall tumbling, sun standing still miracles of our ancestors. Who is like you, O God, creator of fulfillment and joy.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Continuing on 63. I am awake to myself and all others. I am awake to those who share my home. I am awake to an ancient text. I am awake.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We rise on page 68. Adonai sifata tiftahu fi agi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Omer Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, Ezocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imaot, U'mevii Geula livnei bneihem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah Rav lehoshia, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim berofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha b'gevurot, Umidom elach, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Nemanat al hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh b'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. As you're seated, we pray silently. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום. הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. ואמרו
It's always enjoyable to hear an amazing voice on Abima. So when you hear Samara's voice, I think of her as Samara Shlom, because she was over our house all the time playing with Shayna, and I think we all included Talia sometimes, right? So I see the little girl, right? So I think of her not by her real name, Samara Cohn now, but Cohn, Shlom, it all sounds very close together. So it's always a pleasure to have you on the Bima, joining us and leading us and helping us in worship. And as you know, a lot of your friends, where are they right now? In Florida, right? Does anyone know someone who moved to Florida? Raise your hands, come on. Any of you planning on going to Florida or wherever else? Africa, New Zealand, any other place you can figure out to go? So I'm going to greet all of those who left and are watching our service, and one other group of people. It's an amazing number of people we find who are watching the service who are physically unable to be here, dealing with a medical issue. And so often when we visit family or friends, or even other parts of the country, they'll come and they'll say, "We love coming to Shabbat services with you." And I say, "I never see you here." They say, "I can't really come to Shabbat services because we're not well. I can't get out. And it gets colder and colder, and as I get older and older, it's more difficult to travel and more difficult to come on Friday night." So all of you who are here physically, we welcome you every Shabbat. All of you who are here in spirit, we know that you're watching us, joining us, and joining us in prayer. And especially for those of you who are not feeling well, please join us at home in singing the Mishaberach on page 72.
And let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor haberacha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of, and let us say, Amen.
So there's this joke that I make on a regular basis here at Temple, like, like several times a week, regular basis. And maybe some of you have heard it. Typically, I'm talking to parents of preteens or of high school students who have had it up to here with their kids' hooligan antics. And I tell them there's an easy solution for all their parenting woes. They can just give me their kids. I will take them, I'll spend a few years with them, I'll turn them into real people, and then I'll just pop them back over to you when I'm done. Thank you. And then there's this other joke, the one about how the Torah teaches us how to deal with stubborn and rebellious teens, by stoning them. But I guess that's not really a joke. But regardless, there is a lot of angst in our world today about the defiant teenage years. Not more or less angst, mind you, than your parents had when you were a teen. This seems to be one of those eternal angsty cycles that makes the world go round. But I love teenagers. I think that these years are such a compelling time in our lives. It leaves us with some of our worst scars and some of our most exhilarating moments. It's a fascinating place where we are old enough to truly feel adults, old enough to make decisions that affect the rest of our lives, old enough to fall in love, yet at the same time, in most cases, we're too young to be free to make a lot of those decisions without someone else's approval. So that rebellious nature that drives parents up the wall, well, I'm not there yet, but right now I find it exciting and challenging and fascinating and brilliant. And I read this great article a few weeks ago. Talk about it when I get there. I read a great article a few weeks ago about harnessing this power of teenagers, when their brains are hardwired to defy expectations, to take risks and to rebel against the man, that's you guys, and how we can turn those eye rolls into strengths. So researchers went to a middle school in Texas, and they randomly assigned 8th graders to different groups. One group read the kind of article you'd expect to find in a health class. It explained how the body processes food, it tells the teens to eat a diet low in sugar and in fat, and featured colorful pictures of salad and carrots. And now another group read an expose of cynical practices by food companies, such as reformulating food to make it addictive and labeling unhealthy products to make them seem healthier. The researchers explained, we cast the executives behind food marketing as controlling adult authority figures, and we frame the avoidance of junk food as a way to rebel against their control. So the real test came the next day when students were asked to choose which snacks they wanted in anticipation of a celebration. It took place in a different class, so nobody knew that it had anything to do with the class they read, the reading they read from their class before. And an interesting pattern emerged. Teenagers who had read the expose chose fewer junk food items than those in the control groups with the pictures of the salad. They were 11 percentage points more likely to forgo at least one unhealthy snack, and 7 percentage points more likely to choose water over Coke or Hi-C. So their natural defiance in this case led them to make choices that were trickily good for them, because, the man is always trying to keep them down. So this week in the Torah, we read about some serious adolescent angst. But in order to get there, we have to take a look at a few important snapshots in the life of a family. First glimpse, our ancestors, Isaac and Rebekah, are blessed with twins, Jacob and Esau. And even in the womb, these two are always fighting. They're vying for the better position. They're kicking each other. They're making Rebekah's pregnancy miserable. And Esau comes out first, red-faced and hairy, earning his place as the rightful family heir, followed by the smaller, smoother Jacob. So now we fast forward to their teenage years. We meet Esau, now ruddy and strong of body, a skilled hunter, a farmer, an outdoorsman. And Jacob's milder. He's a homebody who took care of his camp and cooked for his family. He was a mama's boy, favored by Rebekah, while Isaac appreciated Esau's talents. Another scene. Esau, starving, journeying home from the field, he comes across his brother holding a rich pot of lentil stew. "Please, brother," he asks, faint with hunger, "can I have a little bit?" And Jacob responds, "Sure thing, but that birthright, that's mine now." to one more moment. Their father, Isaac, on his deathbed, asks Esau to go hunt for him, to bring him his favorite meal before he blesses him as his heir. Rebekah overhears, prepares the food herself, dresses Jacob up as Esau, and sends him in to deceitfully receive Isaac's blessing. And it works. Jacob leaves. Esau returns from the hunt and realizes what has happened. Esau bursts into wild and bitter sobbing, screaming, "Bless me too, Father." It's pretty heartbreaking. How many of us have seen behavior like this in our own families? The competition, the favoritism, the sibling rivalry, and the cruelty, taking advantage of each other at moments of weakness. And how many of us have held teenagers as they cried, suffering from their peers working through their own periods of selfishness and upheaval? The strength of these stories from our Torah is in the humanity behind them. We see ourselves in these characters. We see our children in all of their brilliance and arrogance, in their struggle to figure out who they are and to not be tied down by the labels given to them by others. Jacob, a soft-spoken, mild-mannered boy, rebels against his birth order and rises to become a great patriarch of our people. And Esau, this strong firstborn who seems not to put too much stock in the birthright he trades for soup, breaks free of the shackles of his inheritance and ends up following his own path. So perhaps the heartbreak we feel for these two in these moments is just growing pains. It's growing pain for Jacob and Esau, growing pain for our people, growing pain that everyone has to go through at some point in their lives as they make their way from childhood to adulthood. So maybe it's a good thing. Working with teens, your teens, I certainly have seen my share of growing pains. But more than their rebellion, more than that love to test boundaries and toe limits, teens are motivated by living a life of value, of finding their purpose, and of being part of a mission. We see it in biblical times as Jacob fights to be a great father of his people, and as Esau panics as he loses sight of the future. And we see it now, as our teens here spend countless hours serving as leaders and mentors for each other, as they raise their voices in protest when something isn't right, as they harness their energy and passion toward a common goal of justice, social action, diversity, and change. Now, not to give away my secret sauce, because then I'd be out of a job, but there is a reason that even your most eye-rolling, infuriating teens talk about these few precious years as some of the best in their lives. And it's because Judaism is a mission. And Judaism is a purpose. And Judaism teaches us how to live lives of value and meaning. And our teens, your teens, feel that here in this community. They feel part of a whole. They feel loved and safe and valued. And so do we all. So this Shabbat, let's take a page from the teenage playbook. And I don't mean that you should all spend the whole day laying on the couch, binging on Netflix and Oreos. But as we look around at the snapshots of our families' lives, I hope that we are inspired by the things that bring us meaning. And I hope that we are able to recognize growing pains when we see them. Shabbat Shalom.
We have come from near and far to raise our voice in song. And the more we join in the refrain, the more we feel strong. Chazak, Chazak, Veni Chazek. There is a power in this place and time. It shapes the rest of our lives. For when we return each year, we find a truth we can't deny. Be strong. strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak, venit chazek. Chazak, chazak, venit chazek. As we sing, we link ourselves to those who came before. And we're one with all of those yet to come. Our strength, it will endure. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak. Be strong, be strong. Chazak, chazak. Venit chazek.
Thank you again to Samar for an incredible service. Now, as the only clergy person on the Bema right now who actually has teenagers at home, I'd like to give just a quick rebuttal. I used to think the way you think. Now it looks something like this. My loving, cute 10-year-old looks at my dermatology scar and says, "Oh, Daddy, are you okay?" My 9th grader entering into his teen years, the future doctor says, "Oh, let me take a look at that." My junior in high school daughter says, "Dad, why do you have that on your face?" True. You'll see, I promise. We invite now our entire congregation to rise. Actually, no, never mind, don't rise yet. We're first going to invite Ed Royal, our president, to come forward and offer our announcements.
It's not required that you rise when I come up here. Not at all. But Shabbat Shalom. And Samara, what beautiful singing. As you know, she's one of the stars of our adult tefillah team, and you really knocked my socks off tonight. That was beautiful. Next week on December 9th, by the way, the adult tefillah team will be celebrating the Shabbat service with all of us, but more importantly, Anat Hoffman, who's the executive director of Israel's Religious Action Center and also the director and co-founder of Women of the Wall, will be here visiting Temple. She'll be sharing her story with us, and it's an opportunity for all of us to welcome her into our community here and for us to have an opportunity to be exposed to an international person who champions women's rights. So don't miss next Friday's Kabbalat service. On December the 15th at 10 a.m., come to the Alicia Joy Techner Memorial Parenting Series with Elizabeth Isadora Gold. Her book, The Mommy Group, is a companion that will help any mom feel understood and empowered and keep her laughing all the way through the teenage years. And this event is open to the community at no charge, but we certainly would appreciate you RSVPing for this event. And on the 18th, mark your calendar for the annual book fair. It begins on Sunday, December the 11th, and extends, the 18th annual book fair begins on Sunday, December the 11th, and ends on Thursday, December the 15th. There's great opportunities for books for people of all ages, so don't miss that event. And at the conclusion of services tonight, join us for the Oneg and Shabbat greetings. On behalf of the members of the board and the officers, let me wish y'all Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, one other teenage comment. When I used to bring kids home from the Israel trip, I would walk over to a parent and I'd say, "Oh my God, I love your kid. They're the most unbelievable kid I've ever met." And the parents would look at me in an incredulous manner. "Are you sure you know who my child is?" And I then would always comment, "Aren't you glad that your kid behaves completely differently outside the house than they do in the experience that you shared? So that's why they love you and you love them, because they're not." Okay. We turn now to the Aleinu, the Adoration, on page 189. Any youngsters 11 years of age and younger, please come forward as we rise and sing together.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, lated kedula leotzem bereshit, shelo asanu kegayeh haratzot, velo sabanu kemishbechot adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. As we look at these adorable faces, we take a moment to remember those we have loved and lost in the past 30 days, the period of Shloshim. Ann Beagle, Alan Cohen, Olive Dermer, Dorothy Dunitz, Diane Frederick, Jack Friedman, Marilee Helfman, Fanny Herman, Mate Hurdy, Gregory Loeb, Joshua Marks, Norbert Mettler, Donald Miller, Ann Neering, Cynthia Rubin, James Ruby, Dorothy Sherman, Jody Jaffe Silverman, Iris Topolsky, Sydney Weinberg, Doris Winfrey, Ruth Zera, Francis Gendler, Eva Rott, and Leonard Cohen. We also recall the names of those whose yortzites occur on this Shabbat. Harry Archambault, Al Baker, Betty Baines, William Baines, Minnie Burgess, Leslie Colburn, Ethel Fisher. Dorothy Jean Lunkin Gould, Rose Greenberg, Aaron Greenfield, Saul Kozloff, Lillian Crystal, Selma Leon, Doris Levin, Rosalind Liner, Sarah Moskowitz, Abraham Price, Ann Sandler, Alex Tamaroff, Ruth Weiss, Lila Winnicus, Rose Wolf, Michael Yendick, Charles Schwartz, Irving Isaacs, Sarah Levine, Hannah Schwartz, Ann Minkoff, Matthew Klein, Mildred Novin, Laura Levine, Max Fry, Abram Einhorn, Herman Canner, Jody Silverman, Etel Kurakova, Norman Joseph, Flora Stahlberg-Weisberg, Sander Gelman, Tola Gilbert, Albert Davids, Lothar Davids, Cheryl Ann Safe, Etta Salway, Alice Helfgott, Edward Klass, Irina Kokorova, Dr. Philip Sherman, Morris Lazarus. We remember them with love and honor them with words of Kaddish, which can be found on page 199. Please rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei tochol beit Yisrael, ba'agalau v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam le'olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemay, Dekudisha, Brichu, Le'ela, Min Kol, Birchata, Vashirata, Tushbechata, Venechemata, Da'amiran Be'alma, Ve'imru, Amen. Yehe Shlama, Rabba, Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Huya Aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen. We pray that the source of peace sends peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. Amen.
Join me as we conclude our service with Od Yavo Shalom. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam, salam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam, salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam, salam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam, salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom